Hi everyone, welcome to Crafting in Quarantine. My name is Dabney. I'm the young adult librarian at the Twin Lakes Library System and I use they, them pronouns. For today's craft activity, we are going to be making seedling pots and then we are going to be planting some seeds in them. So this is a good upcycling craft because we're going to be using toilet paper rolls and paper towel rolls to make our seedling pots. So here's one that I just folded. And I'm going to walk you through how to do that. So you've got your toilet paper roll. You're just going to cut that in half. And then you're going to cut not quite halfway up. Fold it. Cut the other halfway up. And you've got, the cut in here. So we're going to fold in one, fold this one, fold this one, and then this one, we're going to tuck this into here. So this kind of, we'll do a couple, so if you don't catch it the first time, hopefully you'll get it the next time. So they just fold in together so you don't have to use any tape for these. And I like making my seedling pots out of this material because you can just like directly plant these into the garden and they just kind of, not decompose, but they break down in the soil. Okay, let's try this again. All right. Fold in, fold this way, fold this way, and then this end is going to tuck under here, so lifting that up a little, this tucks behind there, and then you press it all back down, like that. I have some other seedling pots I'll show y'all in a second that I bought as kind of like a seed starting kit, and they're okay, but in my experience they don't really break down in the soil. So I like to use these. Okay. Like a few more and then we'll plant some seeds. So it's the beginning of March and I, kind of mistakenly thought that this would be a good time to start my seeds indoors. I actually should have started them in January and February and started planting them, transferring them out to the garden soon. But I don't know. I'm gonna blame it on 2020, 2021 and say that, I haven't been keeping up with time the best. Last year, I think I planted my seeds maybe in early April, and it turned out fine. But some of the seeds I'm planting are actually more cool weather plants, so it's the sooner I get this done, the better. Last year I got really ambitious and ordered some seeds from Dollar Seed, and I don't know, I wasn't doing enough research about when to plant them, so I didn't plant them. But anyways, I've got carrot seeds, spinach seeds. Those are ones that you plant directly outside in your garden. So that's what I'm going to do with those. And then the other seeds I have like broccoli and cauliflower and Brussels sprouts and spinach. So those are all like cool weather plants. And then I'm gonna order some seeds from Dollar Seed, and hopefully they'll get here soon. I'm gonna get like, you know, tomatoes and squash and bell pepper, eggplants. Those are all ones I've had, you know, success growing outside in my garden. So what I have is container gardens, and if you look back in some of our older videos last year, they might be in Slice of Life, probably. I talk about like composting and gardening, but I have like some plastic containers outside that I'll plant my veggies in. And yeah, I'm not like the best gardener. Like I said, I tend to kind of want to wing it, and that's not the best approach. Like, you know, they talk about like the pH of the soil, and I'm like, who even knows what's happening? But yeah, I have compost, so like that I think helps out with the gardens, putting that compost in there. And like you know, my friend was asking me, I think it was last week, whether I use pesticides, and I don't. Like, I use some fertilizer, but one, I don't really grow that much stuff. Like, this is not a really intense garden. It's just like, I think about 5 different containers, some bigger than the other, and like pots and stuff. So I'm like, it's not really worth it to me to like put pesticides out. Also, like, I'm a vegan, and I don't like to kill anything, and that includes bugs. So I'm like, you know, I think last year, pretty much every year that I've had tomatoes, like there's a certain time of year when these like gigantic green like worms show up, and they get really big, and they will completely decimate your tomato plant like overnight. And so I kind of like try to keep an eye out for them, and if I notice that they have shown up, I like pick them off the plant and put them out in the woods. I don't know what happens to them out in the woods, but you know, maybe they find like another plant they want to eat. That's like really the main pest that I have coming to my garden, and I'm just like, whatever. But that's all things to take into consideration. I'll have some good sites linked to this video for y'all to check out. So like some, like the University of Georgia has some good, like, you know, pages about gardening. Walter Reeves, he's kind of like, he's written a lot of like Georgia gardening books. I'll link his website. And then the Old Farmer's Almanac, which is what I looked at when I was looking for planting dates about 15 minutes ago, and was like, oh, should have done this a month ago. But you know, I kind of like lose momentum and like creative energy during the winter, and I just don't want to do anything but stay in my bed and read. Like, you know, it's like I get off work, come home, change into my pajamas and get in bed and stay there, because I don't like the cold and I don't like it being dark. But you know, recently it's warmed up, the sun has been shining, and you know, that makes me feel like I want to get out there and hike and plant things and, you know, start exploring. You know, to every season there's a different energy. Okay, so we're gonna do a little bit of planting, not a whole lot, because I think like once you see somebody plant some seeds, that's all you need to see. So I'll just show you this different kinds of seeds though. This is the spinach. that's what they look like. These are carrot rainbow blend. So these will like be all different colors of carrots. I'm very excited. They look like they're smaller type of carrots. This is broccoli. Check that out. Lettuce. Brussels sprouts looks very similar to broccoli. And then our cauliflower also looks a lot like broccoli. So, and I didn't make any signs, but I'll like make some signs to kind of like labels to be like, this is the cauliflower, this is the broccoli, this is the Brussels sprouts, whatever, so I don't get confused. But we're going to start off with the cauliflower, and like I said, I got these from Dollar Seed, and every pack of seeds is $1, and this is 110 seeds, so that's really great. And we'll move the camera down. This is my seed tray. Okay, and then let's see. We've got our Miracle-Gro potting mix. This has been like in my garage like all winter, like, or whenever I planted stuff. I've kept the bag kind of closed off so the soil's pretty damp. There's bugs in here, which I'm not super excited about. But anyway, we are just gonna put some soil in here. And, you know, break up the clumps. Again, you know, maybe do a little bit more research. I am very much like a hobby gardener, so I just kind of do what I feel. So I've kind of filled it up and make a little hole with my finger. And then we're going to open up the seeds. And, you know, I'm going to put 2 seeds in there, because just in case one of them doesn't grow, maybe its friend will. You can always thin those out later. And, you know, like I said, this is, hopefully these things will grow. There we go. Seed planting. And I'll also show you, this is the other kind of seed pots I was talking about that didn't really break down in the soil. But I still use them. I still have some left over, but you know, that's what that is. Okay, I built it all up like, oh, we're gonna plant seeds, and yeah, that's basically it. What else? You can buy seedlings from like Walmart and Lowe's, you know, different gardening stores around town if you do not want to start your own seedlings. But I like doing it this way because I kind of like feeling involved in the process from like beginning to end, like seed to harvest. It's just cool. And also it's cheaper to do it that way than buying like you know, the plants themselves. You might have more success if you buy the plants, but you know what, if you've got like 110 seeds and you don't mind making a bunch of seedling pots and seeing what happens, I'm sure, you know, you'll have some success there. Yeah, I think that's it for today, and thanks for tuning in. Again, check out the resources I'm going to have linked, and kind of read up and do a little bit more research about gardening, because like I said, I'm not an expert by any means. I'm just an amateur doing my best. So yeah, I'll see y'all next time. Bye!